Hello, welcome to this week's 30-minute class. Today's focus is going to be on our abs and our lower traps. So we'll get started straight into the warm-up. Hands below the shoulders, knees below the hips. Point the elbows back towards the toes. Drop the ribs down to the mat, arch the back, lift the head up, then drop the head down and push the ribs up to the ceiling. Drop the ribs back down, lift the head up, and then drop the head down, ribs to the ceiling again. One more. Drop the ribs down, keep the elbows pointing back, looking up in front, and then drop the head down, ribs to the ceiling, and drop the ribs down halfway. Pick the left foot up, twist it all the way out to the side, look around the left arm, back in, right foot up and out, back in, left foot up and out, and in, right foot, back in, one more each side, left foot out to the side, and last one, right foot out to the side. Back into the middle. Tuck the toes underneath the feet and lift the knees up, hovering the knees, and then rest them back down. I'm going to come forward a little bit, so we're going to start to walk the toes back. Point the elbows back, lift the knees up, holding the knees there, and lower back down. Good, 3 more. Lift the knees again, couple of inches, and back down. Last 2, lift, and lower. One last one, lift the knees up, hold the knees there, and then lower back down. We're going to come into a plank next, so you can be on the hands, or for a little bit of a variation, you can come down onto the elbows, walk the toes all the way back to the end of the mat, and then just straighten the legs. Keep the back slightly round so you're squeezing the abs, make sure the back doesn't arch and the hips don't sink down, and the hips don't come too high. So a straight line from the shoulders to the ankles, and then rest the knees in, and then turn over onto your back. So resting the head on the block, we're going a little bit for the glutes to start. Right knee into the chest, hands by the side, lift the hips and lower. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, one last one, 10, and rest back down. We'll switch legs, left knee to the chest, so we're going to leave the circle out, you don't need a circular cushion today. Bring the left knee to the chest, and lift and lower. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, last one, 10. Straight line down, and remember keep the ribs down and in nice and tight. For the next set, we're going to straighten the right leg, we're going to hold ourselves up in a bridge, and we're going to little pulses with the right leg. So we're going to bring the right leg up and down. So imprint the spine, head resting on the block. Straighten the right leg, lift the hips up, and 10 pulses. Now keep the ribs, the focus is on the ribs. 1, and the hips nice and high. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Bend the knee and bring the hips down. So what we're doing here is we're looking to keep the hips as high as we can, and the ribs here and the pelvis as close together. So you're going to really think about that imprint, tucking the hips underneath the body and keeping that rib cage down and in nice and tight. So straighten the left leg, imprint again, pull the rib cage down, lift the hips up as high as you can by digging the right foot into the mat, and 10 pulses on the left leg. 1, 2, keep those hips high. 3, but don't let the ribs flare out. 4, 5, keep pulling the ribs down. 7, and push the hips as high as you can. 9, last one, 10. Bend the left knee and bring the ribs down onto the mat. Next set, we're going to do something similar. We're going to hold the hips up, but this time we're going to bring the right leg out to the side and back in. You just want to bring the right foot out as wide as the mat and then back to the centre, so it's not too far. So it's 6 to 8 inches. Imprint the spine again, pull the rib cage down, lift the hips nice and high, keeping the ribs and the pelvis close together, so none of them come apart. Keep squeezing the abs, hips nice and high, straighten the right leg, and then slide the right leg to the side, back in, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, keep those right toes pointing straight to the ceiling, and last one, and back down. Bend the knees, bring the hips in. What we're looking for here is that the floating leg, that hip doesn't twist down towards the mat. So for the next one, we're going to keep the left hip as high as the right one is. Don't let the body seem to twist and the left hip drop down towards the mat. Imprint again, ribs come down, lift the hips up nice and high. Pelvis is level, hips are as high as each other. Straighten the left leg, slide the left leg out, back in, 1, 2, 3, left toes pointing to the ceiling, 4, 5, 6, keep the ribs down, 7, 8, 9, 10. Bend the left knee and bring the hips down onto the mat. Good. Next set we're going to do, we're going to start to come into the abs. So we're going to imprint the spine, rib cage comes down, rest the arms by the side, legs to tabletop, and a few toe taps. Left and right. Keep squeezing the abs nice and tight. Keep the back imprinted. And you can tap with the toes or with the heels. And you can start to stretch the legs out, making it a little bit harder. One last one. Legs to tabletop and bring the feet down. We're going over 2 legs, we're going to start to run through a bit of work for the abs then next. So imprint again, double toe taps next, rib cage comes down, chin is tucked in, one at a time legs to tabletop, focus on the imprint, tap the feet as close to the hips as you can to start, and then bit by bit, bring the toes further and further away from the hips with every tap, and all the time. Focus on the imprint, keep the rib cage down, and the back of the neck nice and long. One last one. And then bring the feet down onto the mat. Next one, we'll straighten legs down. We're going to bring the hands back behind the head and we're going to roll up into sitting. So we're bringing the arms forward, chin to the chest, and rolling up. Chest tall at the end, and back down. 1, 2, 3, control on the way down, imprint the spine before you roll up as best as you can. 4, back down, we're going to go for 10. 5, keep the shoulder blades back and down. 6, 7, chest pops forward at the end. 8, last 2, control on the way down. 9, and then last one, 10. And then nice and slow, really slow on the last one, curling the spine on the way down, so one vertebrae touches down after the next, and they don't come down like one big plank. Bend the knees for the next one. We're going to come into our first set of hundreds. We're going to do the feet on the mat. So we're going to do 3 sets today. Feet on the mat, to tabletop, and then the legs straight. First one we'll do is with the feet on the mat. Imprint the spine. Tuck the chin in, hands by the side. Roll the head and shoulders up and beat the hands. 2, 4, 5, breathe out. 2, 4, 5, and in. 2, 4, 5, and out. 2, 4, 5, in. 2, 4, 5, 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 out. 2, 3, 4, 5, in. 2, 4, 5, out. 2, 4, 5, 3 more. Good, breathe in. 2, 4, 5 and out, 2, 3, 4, 5. Last breath in and out, 2, 3, 4, 5. Rest the head back down. So what we're looking for is the imprint. Bring the rib cage down and make sure as you roll up those shoulder blades stay back. We don't want the whole body to curl in as we roll up. We just want to get the abs recruited but keep the lower traps working. So we have to individualize the muscles and the way we make them contract. Next one, we're going to straighten the legs down onto the mat and we're going to do 10 rolls. We're going to reach up towards the ceiling. So legs straight down, hands back behind the head, arms forward, chin to the chest, rolling up, reaching up, and keep the shoulders away from the ears. And control back down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. At the top, chest comes forward and chin gets tucked in. 7, last 3, 8, 9, and keep the feet on the mat. Final one, arms forward, chin to the chest, rolling up, and then controlled, down onto the mat, and then resting. The next set, we're going to do 100 with the legs in tabletop. So, imprint the spine, rib cage comes down, chin is tucked in, hands by the side, legs to tabletop. Head and shoulders up, beat the hands. 2, 4, 5, breathe out. 2, 4, 5 and in. 2, 4, 5 and out. 2, 4, 5 and in. 2, 4, 5 out. 2, 4, 5 in. 2, 4, 5 out. 2, 4, 5 in. 2, 4, 5 out. 2, 4, 5. Halfway there. And out. 2, 4, 5 in. 2, 4, 5 out. 2, 4, 5. 3 more breaths in. 2 more breaths in. And out. 2, 3, 4, 5. Last breath in. And out. 2, 3, 4, 5. Rest the head down. Bring the feet down. We'll have a little rest for a second. Next, we're going to bring the legs into tabletop. So imprint again. Rib cage comes down. Legs to tabletop. And we're going to roll up into both posts. So hands back behind the head. Arms forward. Chin to the chest, onto the back of the hips. Chest comes forward, straightening the spine. And roll back down. 1, we're going to go for 10. 2, keep the heels hovering. And back down. 3, chest comes forward. If you have any difficulty with these, straighten the legs onto the mat and try to roll ups again. 4, 5, good, and back down. 6, and controlled. 7, back down, last 3, 8, 9, and last ones, 10. Roll back down, bring the feet down onto the mat, 1 at a time. Our last set of 100s now. What we're going to do, we're going to straighten the legs to the ceiling. We're going to run through the last set. Imprint again, rib cage comes down, legs to tabletop, hands by the side. Straighten the legs to the ceiling, knees over the hips, chin to the chest, head and shoulders up and beat the hands. Breathe out, 2, 3, 4, 5 and in. 2, 4, 5 and out. 2, 4, 5 and in. 2, 4, 5 out. 2, 4, 5 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 in. 2, 4, 5 out. 2, 3, 4, 5 in. 2, 4, 5 out. 2, 3, 4, 5 in. 2, 5 out. 2, 4, 5. Last set. Out, 2, 3, 4, 5. Rest the head, bend the knees, and bring the feet down onto the mat. We're going to take a little bit of break from the abs. We're going to come back to them in a few minutes. We're going to do one roll up into boat pose, and we're going to rest the legs down onto the mat next. So imprint the spine again, legs to tabletop, hands back behind the head, roll up into boat pose, and let the feet touch the mat. Bring the hands back either side of the body. I'm just going to move myself out here a little bit. Hands back either side of the body. Chest comes forward. Knees and hips and ankles at 90 degrees. We're going to extend the right knee and bend. And extend the left and bend. 2 and 2 in the left. 3 in the right and 3 in the left. Push the ribs forward. All the time, pinching the shoulder blades. We're halfway there. Good. Rest the heels down each time. Good. And 8 on the left. And the last ones. Perfect. And then rest down. Let the shoulders relax forward. Let the body round down as well. Next one, just like when we're doing the bridge, we're going to straighten the right leg and we're going to go for some pulses. Hinge the shoulder blades together. Knees, hips, ankles at 90 degrees. Extend the right knee. Lower it and lift. 1, 2, push the chest forward. 3, 4, extend the knee all the way. 5, 6, 7, and bring the leg as high as you can without bending the knee or letting the toes point away. 9, 10, bend the right knee. So the same with the left, extend the left knee, lower the heel, fully lock out that left leg, pull the toes towards you. 1, 2, chest is forward. 3, 4, lift that left leg as high as you can without bending the knee. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, bend the left leg. Next one, let the body rest for a second. Next one we're going to do circles. We're going to go for 10 clockwise on the right, and we're going to go for 10 anti-clockwise on the left. So the foot is always going to move out to the side and then drop down. Hinge the shoulder blades, ribs come forward, chin is tucked in, knees, ankles, hips 90 degrees, straighten the right leg, lower halfway, and circles. 1, 2, going clockwise. 3, 4, keep the left knee still, chest is forward. 6, we're pinching the shoulder blades. 8, 9, 10, bend the right knee. So pinching the shoulder blades, we're getting those lower traps working really, really hard. I'm going to go up the left leg next. So again, pinch the shoulder blades, ribs come forward, straighten the left leg, lower halfway, and circles going anti-clockwise. 1, 2, that right knee stays still. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And bend the left knee and rest down again. For the next set, we're going to extend both legs at the same time. So pinch the shoulder blades, chest comes forward, knees, ankles, hips 90 degrees again. We're going to keep the knees where they are. So you're not going to let the knees drop down as you extend the legs. If you can't extend them fully, that's okay. So chin is tucked in, extend and bend. 1, 2, 3, sit back into the hands. 4, 5, pinch the shoulder blades. 6, 7, 8, knees together. 9, last one. 10, and then rest down. We're going to roll back down onto our backs, and we're going to come back to the abs. So next set, we're going to bring the legs to tabletop, and we're going to bring the right hand to the outside of the right ankle, left hand to the inside of the right knee, and extend the left leg. Imprint the spine, rib cage comes down, legs to tabletop, chin to the chest, head and shoulders up. Right hand to the outside of the right ankle, left hand to the inside of the right knee, straighten the left leg, and switch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, shoulder blades are back. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Bend the knees, rest the head, and bring the feet down onto the mat. Good. Next, we're going to do 2 hands to the side of the head, elbows to the knees, extend the knees and bring the elbows out to the side. Imprint the spine, ribs come down, 2 hands to the side of the head, legs to tabletop, chin to the chest, head and shoulders up, straighten the legs, elbows to the side, bend the knees, elbows in, 2, 3, 4, 5, focus on the imprint, 6, 7, keep the head and shoulders up nice and high, 9, 10, good. Rest the head down and bring the feet down onto the mat. Have a little rest. We're going to do 2 more for the abs. The next ones, we're going to reach the hands to the bottom of the mat. We're going to roll the head and shoulders up. As we do that, we're going to straighten the legs to the ceiling. We're going to run through some flutter kicks first. We're going to have a rest. And then we're going to do 2 legs up. And we're going to lower them and lift. For the second set, because the head and shoulders are up, it reinforces the abs. So it helps the imprint, makes the upper abs work harder, but it helps us keep the imprint. And we're going to be able to lower the legs 4 or 5 inches towards the mat, rather than just kind of 1 or 2 that we normally do. So imprint the spine, hands by the side, bring the legs to tabletop, reach the hands to the bottom of the mat, chin to the chest, straighten the legs, and little flutter kicks. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Bend the knees, head down, and feet down onto the mat. Last one for the abs. Then we're going to turn over and we're going to work the back a little bit more. The next set of the set, the double leg lowers. So hands by the side, imprint the spine, chin is tucked in, legs to tabletop, head and shoulders up, straighten the legs to the ceiling, lower the feet and lift. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, last one, 10. Bend the knees, rest the head and bring the feet down. We're going to turn over onto our stomachs next. And then we'll move the head block out of the way and rest the head onto the back and hands. Imprint the spine, so we're going to push the back up to the ceiling, squeezing the abs, pull the shoulders away from the ears, and then lift the arms, head and chest up just 1 inch or 2 up off the mat, and then lower back down. 1, 2, squeezing the abs, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, keep the chin tucked in, 9, squeezing the glutes, 10, and then rest back down. Next we're going to hold the upper body up, we're going to lift and lower the legs. So imprint again, shoulders away from the ears, lift the arms, head and chest, and lift the legs and lower, squeezing the abs this time. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, don't forget about your shoulders, keep them away from the ears, 10, and then rest back down. Next we're going to lift the upper body up, hold it there, lift the legs up, and we're going to bring the legs in and out to the edge of the mat and back to the centre. Imprint again, squeeze the abs, bring the shoulders away from the ears, lift the arms, head and chest, couple of inches, lift the legs, the thighs come up, lift, bring the legs to the side, back in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, focus on the shoulders, 9, squeezing the abs, 10, rest the arms and legs back down. Next we're going to bend the knees. Keep the head and shoulders down this time. So we're stretching the rectus femoris to the front. We're just going to want to arch the back. So resting the head in the hands, squeeze the abs, lift the left knee and lower, lift the right and lower, and the left and lower, and the right, and the left, and the right, and the left, and the right. Keep the shins perpendicular to the floor, so don't let the knees flare out to the side, like this. Keep the back flat, keep the foot right over the knee as you lift the knee up. And the last one, and then rest the legs back down. So as you lift the leg, you don't want the knee flicking out to the side, you want to keep the foot directly above the knee as you push the heel up to the ceiling. We're going to do it again, we're going to do the 2 legs this time. So rest the head onto the back of the hands, imprint the spine, bend the knees, lift the 2 legs and lower one. So you're just taking the pressure off the front of the thighs. Squeeze the abs and lift. 2, 3, 4, 5, squeeze the abs. 6, 7, 8, focus on the abs. 9, last one. 10, rest the legs back down onto the mat. Next one, bring the hands back by the side. You can turn the head to the side or tuck the chin in, pinch the shoulder blades back, twist the thumbs out and up, and lift the chest and lower. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and last one, 10. And lower back down. We're going to hold that position again with the thumbs twisted out and pointed to the ceiling. We're going to lift the legs up and we're going to do little flusher kicks with the legs. So tuck the chin in again, hands back by the side, pinch the shoulder blades back, twist the thumbs out and up to the ceiling, lift the chest up, lift the legs up, and little flusher kicks. 2, 3, keep those hands as high as you can. 4, thumbs to the ceiling. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And rest the head back down. Last ones we're going to do, turn onto your side. I'm going to do a little bit for the adductors on the inside of the thighs. We skipped them today without the cushion or the circle. We're going to lift the top leg up 1 foot to the air, lift the bottom leg up to touch it, and lower. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Rest the legs out, turn over onto the other side, and then we're done. So last little bit. Rest the head onto the mat, lift the top leg up, lift the bottom leg, touch it, and lower. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Rest the legs down onto the mat. And then we're finished with that. That's today's class today. If you want to do a few stretches now, you can for the last minute or so, but we'll leave it with that. We'll build on everything again next week. See you then. Bye bye.